Release the arrow as if your life depended on it. She swallowed hard. She wasn't doing fine, because he was right. Her life and the life of her sister depended on her. She might baby her garden and try to make friends with the hens who gave them eggs. But while speaking 4 languages sounded impressive to some, it hadn't prepared her for living off the grid. She pulled the arrow back another ½ inch, then released it. The arrow launched at an angle, missing the target by a yard. She dropped the bow to her side, trying to hold back the tears.
"I can't do this, Levi."
"Yes, you can." He handed her another arrow. "You just need to relax." Funny, she hadn't relaxed for months. She'd lost count of how many days had passed since the grid had gone down. The quake, as everyone in Shadow Ridge had come to call it. She used to keep her schedule meticulously organized in her head. But now the days and weeks had merged together into a time warp, blurring her memories until she couldn't remember what she'd had for breakfast most days. It wasn't just the fact that she couldn't hunt, or that her garden wasn't thriving as she'd hoped. Raising a teenager was proven difficult. Josie had always been stubborn, but the past year had changed her. She'd become more and more argumentative, and while she did what Ava asked her to do, most of the time, she'd made it clear that she had no desire to take orders from her older sister.
"Ava,"
Levi touched her arm.
"I think you're trying too hard."
She squeezed back the tears, her lips quivering.
"Trying too hard and failing isn't going to put dinner on my table. Maybe I just need to stick to chickens and rabbits. I can't do this."
Levi set the bow on the picnic table, then took her hand and led her over to the wooden swing her father had built at the back of the house.
"What's really going on?
Something tells me this isn't just about your inability to shoot a pumpkin." The ridiculous-sounding sentence brought an unsolicited smile to her lips.
"Have you not noticed how bad I am?"
She nodded toward the arrows scattered across the backyard, none of which had made it even close to the target. He squeezed her fingers. "That wasn't an answer to my question." Simmering anger rose to the surface.
"If I can't shoot a pumpkin, how am I supposed to shoot an animal that's running? It's this whole mess."
She waved her arms.
"This can't continue forever. I need something normal. Anything. A scoop of Bluebell ice cream. A hot soak in the tub. Pumpkin spice coffee."
She sighed.
"Boy, I could really use some pumpkin spice coffee right now."
He sat quietly beside her, letting her pour out the pent-up frustration. Patient, with no judgment in his eyes, just like he'd always done.
"I just can't do this anymore."
She lowered her voice in defeat.
"My mother is dead, and I have no idea how to help my sister. You've spent your whole life learning how to shoot, learning how to track, learning how to hunt. I've spent my life with my nose in a book. I don't know how to do this. That's why things have to go back to normal. I refuse to think otherwise, because this isn't the life I want."
The childish string of words came out before she could filter them. "I get it. More than you think," he said, squeezing her hand.
"I know."
She looked up at him, wishing she could take the words back.
"I'm sorry. I know none of us want this life."
"You have nothing to be sorry about. But think about it this way. What if you hadn't been here when all this happened? Your sister needs you, and you were able to be with your mother before she died. I think you're exactly where you need to be." Ava pressed her lips together. Her shoulders slumped as fatigue mingled with the feelings of heavy loss.
"I don't know."
You wouldn't have gotten that extra time to spend with your mother. Your sister would be here by herself.